I hadn't even seen that my cue cards were upside down. Anyway, now the one thing about Africa that we can all admit to, I don't know why this happens, but even AFCON did not start on time. It didn't start on time. It hasn't ended on time. Plus, there are those random speeches. It's like an actual African wedding. It's taken very long. It takes like 10 to 15 minutes for the UEFA Champions League when it's starting. Then when it's AFCON, it started at 8 something. It's now 10:30. It's ridiculous. But we'll get to find out who we are playing against. Nonetheless, we are grateful. We made it, people. Harambee Stars are going to show Africa what we're all about. Now, on the show, we have someone whose story we've heard quite a bit, but not like the way we're going to be hearing it tonight. I sit down with Chipukeezy, but not just him. We have other people as well coming in on the show. Find out who just now.
And I decided from that moment on, I am TV. Because when you broadcast your faith, you get alienated. And really, who wants to be E.T.? And yes, I remember the time I gave...
Oh, there you go. Compassion is distinct. You can hear it in his voice, and you can hear that he wants you to change your own life about how you view religion. He's going to be sitting down with us. Ezekiel Azonu is here. Woi, ametoka Matu na amefika Nairobi. Unaona anacheza na maji. Hey, Chipukeezy in the building, everybody. Now, I've got to say this right now. Guys, listen. In the event that they do pick Kenya, because they're just about to, continue with the draw, if they do pick Kenya, we'll have to interrupt, of course, and head on over to Cairo, Egypt, which is where AFCON is taking place. And then we can find out more. We have Brian, who's with us as he tells us exactly what's going to be going on, what that means for us, and, everything else about what we can anticipate for when it comes to AFCON. However, now, time to talk about Chipukeezy. We're actually here to talk about Chipukeezy. Hey, Chipu.
Takuaje?
Unajonga futa kwanza?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but sichezangi, but move on maiva. Ball niko sawa.
So ni mambo ya drugs ama ni mambo ya futa?
What do you mean?
As in, yani si unajua kuna kada, Chipukeezy. See, because, entertainment, football, but then
yeah, I'm all around. I'm 360 kind of guy. Yeah. But to be honest, sijui futa.
Sema hivyo, nilikuwa nashinda nini unajaribu kusema. Like, ulikuwa unafikiria ni Anyway, so Chipukeezy, it's so good to see you after a long time.
Good to see you too.
And everything that you're doing to, empower young people around the country. It's not an easy fight.
Santi, I know. It's one of the hardest things. I think one of the hardest things that I'm going through right now is I was explaining to Churchill today that I'm trying to balance. Because I'm a comedian and I'm an artist. And I don't want to lose that. Because that's it. That's my baby. It's also trying to balance. That's why unaona kuna fight. Unavaa jeans ragged. Chanua nywele. But I was telling Churchill today that most conmen that I know wanatembeanga na suti. Wakifanya conference ya conmen wanasemanga wavae suti.
I really Butita alisema leo uvae mhesh. Iko na pressure yote, sema kweli.
Well, people have their own opinion, but I don't feel the pressure. I don't feel like you need to dress a certain way to perform. You are not how you dress. Who are you? You are who you are. Service delivery. After all, my job is to go to the ground to talk to my people.
Yeah.
And sitaki kuenda nianze na maprado, sijui ma Mercedes, sijui masuti, sijui manze, hey guys, vile tu mukua.
Kweli.
That's why people change. The people that steal for government were never born thieves. Both change too. So sijui kwa nini watu wananisukuma ni change.
Ubaki tu.
Si muache na mimi.
Please. Mwacheni. Hebu salimia watu wa nini? Watu wenye wanaocho ushago wasalimia.
Ndoma musiandoma tala matungolo akiyangao bo. Kinoi katwa I'm gonna ansema majina za ukambani ukiweka beat. It's a song. Katwa na kinoi kwa It's a song, but ndoma musiasandi sana.
Oh god. Who's watching from home?
My mom is watching.
Oh wow.
Mommy bo.
Let's actually start talking about your mom, Chipukeezy.
Yes.
You hold your mom very close to your heart, very dear and close to your heart.
Yes.
and you've been through so much with your mom.
Yes.
I don't even know where to begin. From you having absolutely nothing to offer your mom when she's so sick, to you taking her to hospital in on your bike, you having no money to admit her.
Yes.
You tell us about your mom.
My mom is my best friend, and I tell this to my closest people. She is literally my best friend. Like, I can tell my mom everything that like, I tell my mom my relationship problem. She is my best friend. And the reason why I say that is because she's the only person that showed me love when nobody was showing me love. I'm the firstborn. So I think when she gave birth to me, her and dad were not doing well financially. So they were very poor. And so they had to tafuta food for the kid. And my mom, her parents could not afford to take her to high school, to college. And so she decided to go to the market and sell bananas. So mamangu alinilea kwa soko kama amebeba, unaona mama uza ndizi. That was my mom. And she will tell me how it was tough, how alikuwa ananibeba kwa hapa akiuza mandizi anatemewa mate. And so I feel like she really wanted the best for me. She brought me up in a way that she didn't want me to know that we had problems, but she tried. And vile nilikuja nikakuwa mkubwa nikaanza kurealize nyewe tuna struggle, but mamangu hataki nione hizo struggles, you know, and she didn't want me to know that tuko na sini maskini, but I could tell juu naona pia watu wadosi vile wana live. And I remember there was a time when my mom wanted to become a teacher. She wanted to become a teacher, but because the parents could not afford to take her to school, she did not achieve that dream. Juu hakupelekwa asome college. And so out of selling hizo ndizi and support from her sister and my grandmother, she got some kidogo money, akafanya course ya kusomesha nursery school. At least aweze kukuwa mwalimu. Sasa akisomesha hapo nursery school, she used to go with a bike every morning, a pikipiki. So she became sick. I think it was mild pneumonia. And she was sick, Amina. And I remember there was a time when I was very young. She slept in the house for like a week, and she could not. And I knew my mom was sick, and she didn't want to tell me that she's sick. Joanna do.
And how old are you at this time?
I think I was in class 7, class 8.
12, 13 there.
Yeah,
okay.
12, 13. So when my mom is not using the motorcycle to go to school, I used to ride her with the bike, nambeba. Musema, that's why mimi.
Was it a bicycle or a motorbike?
Mimi nilikuwa nambeba na bicycle.
Oh, okay.
That's why mimi ni mfupi. That's why siku grow.
What?
Juu ya ku.
Hakuna kitu kama hiyo.
For real, that's a fact. Google. Google.
No, when ni mfupi.
Yeah,
Okay,
singe grow. Singe
Go on.
grow.
I will. You learn something new. Chipukeezy.
And so the only thing that I could do, because my dad was in Nairobi, the only thing that I could do to my mom, because I knew she was sick and I was young and she didn't want me to tell anybody. I just had to take care of her. So I used to see how dad used to do to her. My dad is a very loving guy. Yaje mzee. So nilikuwa naenda nampikia, napika unaona nyanya, unapika nyanya, unatoa supu, unapika mchele, nampea, namfeed, nampea. Ikafika place nikaona huyu mama anaumia, nikamwambia mama I have to take you to hospital. Nikamchukua nikamweka kwa bike, nikampeleka hospitali. I really took care of her and I was very young and I didn't know. And she was treated, she came back. When she came back home, she was like, you know, if it were not for you, I would have died. I was really feeling bad.
Wow.
And
And when
so-
you get to hospital, you have no money.
Of course, you know, so it's you call your grandmother, it's you call people, it's asaidiwe.
And you constantly felt the need to be, you know, independent. I will try my best. I will.
Yes, so now when I realized that my mom was struggling and she wanted the best for me, I didn't want her to go through that because I could see how she wanted to kule nyama, to kule mkate, tusome. So I started saying from nikiwa class 8 that I will work so hard that I will make this woman proud, that I will take care of her. I want to take care of my mom even now. You know, and so even when I went to high school with the mentality of I really need to malizana with this high school thing. I go out there, I make money. When I was in Form 2, I remember I came home and told mom, mi sitaki shule, wacha niende nitafute ndo nikusaidie. You know, and so that's one thing that pushed me to who I am today.
When you finished school, you said your mom will never pay fees for anyone else ever again. Why?
Yes, because
Like, why?
she was doing so much. Analima, unajua ushago hizo vitu za kulima kibarua zile unalima shamba msee alafu unatoa
unagewa
so
do.
mbili. Yeah. She was doing all those things. And I see we have 3. So I'm the firstborn. So najiambia kama amestruggle hivyo na mimi mpaka ameuza ndizi amefanya hizo vitu zote. Na hao wengine si tutamuoa. And so I said, mom, mimi sitaki why kulipia mtu school fees. So I promised myself that one, nimemaliza form 4. So I came to Nairobi before results itoke. So nimekuja Nairobi kutafuta kazi. Nimetafuta kazi sana hapa Nairobi. Waiter nini?
Ulikuwa waiter wapi?
At cafe kifunguliwa nilifanyanga hapo nini interview. Wakaniambia nilikuwa na vumbi.
Uongo.
Ilikuwa inafanywa na I think walikuwa Russian. Not today, sir. Not today.
Not today.
Not
Look
today,
at
sir.
your
Look
shoes.
at
I'm
you.
sorry.
I mean,
Ungewambia nijua bai kujamea.
First impression. But anyway, mom, I was looking for money because nilikuwa nangoja form 4 results zikitoka hivi. Nikuwe na do, nijilipie school fees, niambie mom, sasa wewe concentrate na vijana wako wawili. And so by the time results zitoke nilikuwa nishakuja Nairobi, I had made some money. And hiyo pesa nilikuwa nimetengeneza ilikuwa nikaa 2,000. So haingenisaidia. So I went back home. I gave mom a plan. I told her, mom, nataka unipatie tu pesa za kuanzisha kwenda college. Nipatie 30,000. Na ukinipatia 30,000 mom, naenda shule, ndasoma na kuna mahali nimepata kazi. Nilikuwa nimegundua kufanya ma road show huku Nairobi, unapewa ngoma 1,000 per day. Na nilikuwa najua nilikuwa namwambia niko na job. So she copied.
Na sasa najua ni job gani ambayo utamwambia?
Nilikuwa namwambia ni usanii tu. Mama unajua mimi ni mnoma, mimi ni msanii mnoma sana huko Nairobi. Kwanza nimegundua ma road show huko unapewa 3k per day mom. Imagine you work the whole week, hiyo ni ngapi? Na ni uongo tu namdanganya. Nampea hope.
I know.
So anyway, she copied that G's she gave me. I came to Nairobi. I wanted to become a journalist. So I went to school. But I could not pay hiyo do yote. So I divide 15,000. I go back home and I told mom that nimepata job ya TV. You know, and that's when I was in Churchill. And she could not believe it. You know. And I told her, she told me that now you see, wewe sasa umekuwa mtu mkubwa, lazima uanze kujitegemea. I told her no mom, mimi nataka kuwork so hard that hata vijana wengine mimi sitaki struggle na kuwalipia school fees. Mimi ndawalipia. I promise myself that I will not, because results zangu zimetoka. Nimetengeneza tu pesa, hata mimi sasa ni celeb sasa. Niko hata nafanya kazi KisFM sasa hata sasa niko na mshahara. But I went back home and told mom that mimi sitajipeleka shule. I will make sure that my brothers kwanza wasome, waende university, and I called them for a meeting, the 2 of them. Ambia nyinyi lazima mwende university. Then mkimaliza ndio mimi ndaenda kusoma. And that's exactly what I did. But my mom, one of the things that she has done for me, and I'm always grateful, is that she prays for me. I think she prays for me and she forgets to pray for herself. My mom prays. Me when through her documents, ameandika prayer, ni mimi tu. My son. I saw one day she had written to God na Kikamba. Sitaisema na Kikamba lakini ndaisema na Kizungu. Alikuwa ameambia God, yeye alistruggle so much kupata job, hakupata job. Please God, wacha huyu mtoto wangu at least asikose.
Wow.
Maji.
Ulisikiaje?
Hata sasa I feel. It's
Wow. Okay.
And so every day that I work, every day.
Okay. All right, so now Chipukeezy, unfortunately, I have to interrupt. They've chosen Kenya. You ended up now building a school for your mom, Chipukeezy. And when we were starting the interview before we went on here, you said, "Manse bado nafilika sijamfanyia ile."
Yes. Yes.
And we have a picture of the school that Chipukeezy guy.
So let me explain something. When I got some money, I wanted my mom to live her dream. Like she wanted to become a teacher. This is what she wanted. And so I mean, wacha mama afunze kwa hiyo shule yake.
Unafilaje ukiona hiyo yote Chipu? Manje.
I mean, there's so much that I can do for myself and for her, and even for these kids. Let me tell you something about this school. This school, majority of these kids that you're seeing here, the ones that can't pay school fees, they study there for free. This is literally next to our house. These kids, you see, they're my babies. Those that can't pay, they come there for free. Those that can't get food, they come there. Mom is there, it's like their mom. And even apart from me just building the school to support mom and for her to live her dream, it's those things of education, this place, upper home. There are so many kids who are like me, who are raised with poverty, and maybe they didn't have a mother like my mom that could push them to be, you know,
the best version of themselves.
So what I do is, I tell mom, let us encourage these kids. Let us make it. And I even want to say, people from my village who are watching me, if you have a son or a daughter, mulete asome. Mimi mwenyewe ndamsomesha. Kwa sababu mimi, amina mamangu akikosa kunisukuma nisome, I don't know where I would be. Ningekuwa mtu wa Muguka, ningekuwa mtu wa hiyo bangi nasema isikuwe legalized. Ningekuwa most of my age mates, because we are all a poor village. Mi wenda home wananiita mzee. Wanatolea kofia hivi. And it's because of a simple thing. They were not given education. Their parents were not bold enough to give them education. And so I'm so happy that I was able to, and I'm able to support my mom through that school. And I will keep on support. I want to build for her an educational, they're called educational center. I want to even build, if God willing, to build a university, a college, a library. I want to be the first person to build a library in Shags, so that people can be me. And I want people to know that, to get that kind of access through my mother, because I am who I am because of her. Mimi sijui ningeenda wapi bila mama yangu wewe. Mom, Mom, nakupenda sana first of all. You're the best thing that has ever happened to my life. And let me tell you how you know that your mom is a good person. My dad amevumilia na mamangu for 30 years.
30 years.
30. So she's a nice person. And I'm going to make you proud one day, Mom. My mom never questions about anything. As long as I'm not doing drugs, I'm not in bad company. She never understood nothing about comedy. She alikuwa chui hata Churchill ni nini, alikuwa elewi. But she supported me anyway, with prayers and everything.
And here you are now. In fact, we have something to say thank you so much. As you know now, in partnership with Geisha, the Trend has for the past few weeks been celebrating moms. And we want to start, you know, having your mom in studio. Why not? So here you are, Chipuk. I'm not sure who opened half our gift.
In Geisha?
Yes. Lazima ufungue tuone.
Nizabunika na?
Yeah. So what do you have? What do we have? Oh, hey. Okay, so it's a full package.
Hizi ni zangu ama ni za mom?
Of course ni za mom.
Okay.
Ni za mom.
Mom,
so ni personalized.
Okay. Na hii bag ni ya?
Hiyo bado ni ya mother. Hiyo unaweza chukua uende nayo shule. So umesema unaanza university?
Yes.
Sina kutosha hata.
Mimi nakwambia nataka kuchukua degree na si zile za Punjabi.
Anyway, the hashtag is Mama Nakuita, hashtag Hey Amina. Listen, if you want to see your mom here, tell us about her story. Email us and tell us my mom is the most amazing mom. Why? All right, tell us. So that's how you can tag us at 9:84 in the morning. So there he is. Chipukeezy shared his story as a young boy. He once took his mom to hospital on a bike. As he said, he had nothing, but he ended up, you know, just making sure that his best friend is fine. So thank you so much, Chipu Manze, and I wish you all the best. And as you go about your show as well, I wish you all the best.
Thank you so much, and be blessed.
Thank you.
Yeah. Asanteni sana. Ndio mama mziona na hii yako.
Unaenda?
Yeah. Ama siendi sai?
Bye.
Natoka hivi ama?
Unatoka tu. Asante sana.
Okay.
Hivi tu na hivyo. Sawa, asante sana. Okay, thank you. All right.